Okay. Well, hello, Professor Stevens and fellow students. Our group is going today that we are going to be presenting our nonprofit organization of Shepherd's Heart of Waco. It will be myself, Dominic Abeda, Layla Garcia, Chance Meter, Sarah Montemayor, and Aisha Mamenga. And um, So probably some of you are probably wondering, well, what is Shepherd's Heart? Well, it is a faith-based organization that is a food pantry here in Central Texas. So they are strictly, they worry about religious views. They worry about, people following in the ways of God, and it's something that helps out. Any families that sign up in the organization and sign up to get food through the pantry that they have. Shepherd Heart has a mission statement, and their mission is to feed, clothe, empower, and advocate for families in need throughout the community and demonstrating to them the love of God. And this mission statement is courtesy of the Shepherd's Heart website at shepherdsheartpantry.org.
The man behind Shepherd's Heart Food Pantry, Nico, Texas. The man behind Shepherd's Heart is Bob Greger. KWTX published a news story that states public people experiencing hard times and hunger need sustenance and strength. Greger and his all-star team at Shepherd's Heart Food Pantry have provided both, according to Pete Sousa, and this is courtesy of KWTX.
Shepherd's Heart has many sponsors and has many ways to be able to fund the organization and to keep it going. Because even though it is a nonprofit, you still have to have money and you still have to have ways of being able to keep the organization going. Some of those sponsors are as follows: Walmart, JobLink, Waco Mattress Center, Waco News Channel 10, Fox 44 News Station, News Channel 25, and Waco Family Medicine. And the Shepherd's Heart uses many different sponsors to keep their organization going. And so those are just some of the corporate sponsors that help out with the organization. Some of the other sponsors that are also volunteers, because they do have volunteers from local churches, additional nonprofit organizations that are around Central Texas, youth groups, students from the local high schools such as Waco High School or Midway High School, and general community volunteers. And so Shepherd's Heart does have a small paid staff, but again, that's just to keep the organization going and to keep it running successfully as they have been.
Way Shepherd receives funds. One, it's gonna be from the Things from Heart retail store, and another one is gonna be from the local food distribution locations. Shepherd Heart organization helps with anyone who is in need and can't afford what they are needing. Um, Things from the Heart retail store is a store that takes help, that helps supply the organization. Um, like say someone passed away, so they're gonna go into their house or whatever, and they're gonna grab all the clothes and stuff, and they're gonna donate them to everyone who's in need. Um, Things from the Heart also takes donations, and every donation that is donated, it goes straight to the Shepherd Heart organization. Um, this location is open on Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's on Bosque Boulevard in Waco.
So some of the programs they offer. Shepherd's Heart provides a variety of programs to meet the needs of local families. Their main service is the food pantry, which gives groceries to individuals and families once a month. They also run a senior delivery program, bringing food directly to homebound seniors who can't make it to the pantry. One of their seasonal programs include providing school supplies and holiday meals for families. According to a report from KWTX News in 2025, the organization expanded its services during the pandemic, helping even more families in crisis. These programs wouldn't be possible without community support. It's important not or it's important knowing not only what their mission is, but how they're funded. Shepherd's Heart is funded through a mix of donations, grants, and support from churches and community partners. They hold fundraisers, accept food donations from local grocery stores, and also receive financial support from individuals and local organizations. According to the Waco Foundation's annual report, Shepherd's Heart is one of the top supported nonprofits in the area. They're very transparent. Nearly all donations go directly to providing food and resources to those in need. With such a strong base of community support, the organization is able to keep growing.
How has Shepherd's Heart impacted our community? According to the Shepherd's Heart Facebook account, the McLennan County community has been positively impacted. Distribution sites are located at churches, at local churches. Testimonies of how grateful individuals are for support. Referrals to friends and families are reported. Local volunteers praise how grateful they are to support this nonprofit organization. And this is from the Shepherd's Heart Facebook account. This is from Shepherd's Heart Food Pantry Facebook account. This really does show how an example of what the distribution centers look like, and you can see how people are actively working. This is another example of this is the Shepherd's Heart Mobile Food Pantry calendar, and you can see the date, locations, and times are listed, and you can see how often they have them and where people can go to get the pantry donations, and yeah. The requirements to receive donations at mobile distribution sites. You must reside within McLennan County. You have to complete an application at site and a proof of residency. The report of number of people residing at your location. This will determine how much food each family will receive. Individuals are allowed to get donations twice a month. And this came from Diane Graham, who is the personal communications at who is a volunteer director at Shepherd's Heart.
Okay, and then this is how many people have been helped through Shepherd's Heart. So who Shepherd's Heart really helps out. So one of the organizations Shepherd's Heart partners with is the Central Texas Food Bank. Together, they have been able to provide food and resources to families in need. Some things that they do is they have served over 7,000 neighbors. They have door delivered over 1,000 groceries to seniors. They have hosted 17 mobile food distributions for families to come and get what they need. And then in that picture right there is a man helping in one of the mobile food distribution centers. And it's in courtesy of the Central Texas Food Bank. So in conclusion, so overall, Shepherd Heart believes in helping anyone who doesn't have access to food and other resources that they need. And then continuing on, this organization continues to work with many different partners to keep families well fed and taken care of. And finally, as said from the writer at Central Texas Food Bank, we are here to make a difference in our neighbors' lives. And then in these pictures below, so the top one shows people praying together before their mobile distribution center. And then the bottom just kind of shows how many people will like come and show up and how they operate it.
And then with these sources that we have, along with the sources that we got our information from, this presentation would not have been a success without, again, the help of Chance Meter, Layla Garcia, Sarah Montemeyer, and Aisha Mamanga. We all did really, really a lot of work and a lot of research to find this information about this organization, and we all think that this organization is a very good nonprofit organization that is here in Waco that helps out so many families and helps out so many people throughout Central Texas. All right. Okay, so what are we looking